Alright, Mr. Simple Biz Guy, let's start the show.
Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for tuning into the SimpleBiz360 podcast. And as we near our 5th year, for all those who have followed us, we just want to say thank you over the years. We know not everybody's caught every episode, but certainly sometimes folks binge it. They look back on it. They stick with us for, 20 weeks in a row, and they take a break and they come back. And we just thank you for being with us all that time. And we're really excited today to bring you this episode about being the present. And we're on YouTube, we're on IGTV, we're on Rumble TV, we're on 28 audio platforms, and you can find us at SimpleBiz360.com. We've got every episode on our website as well. But today, we really want to look at, this phenomena that's happening around us where, we're just glued to our cell phones and our eye is taken off the ball of life so many times and in so many different situations because we're glued to social media, we're glued to the ding, we hear the notification tell us that, somebody just said something on this phone and we draw ourselves to it. And in the process, what's happening? And there's psychologists that talk about it. There's, other podcasts that do a whole blown out, storyline on it. But what's really happening is our business world is echoing or mirroring or mimicking our societal trends. And what's happening in the business world is we are starting to disconnect from being in the present when we're with customers. And what's happening in a face-to-face situations, we're behaving differently than we did decades ago. We're giving less eye contact to the customer when we're across from them, when we're meeting with them. There's more of a barrier up when we're interacting in a human-to-human situation. And there's just, some kind of weird things going on. We're multitasking more in front of the customer. We're showing a level of disrespect for the customer's time. And in the process, we're just not present when, the experience is unfolding in front of us. And the funny thing is, if we go back and we talk about the experience economy, which that's the realm we play in this Simple Biz 360 podcast, the realm we wrote the book in. And, we've shared with you that in 1999, this phrase was coined by two authors who called this the experience economy that we're in. And they argued that it wasn't any more as much product and service driven as it was experience driven. How are the customers feeling about buying your product or service? How are they feeling about the transaction process? How are you making them feel as you engage with them? We've looked at micro journeys, or sit down restaurant, 39 micro journeys from the time you come in the door to the time you leave. So when you look at this whole, bottled up, experience economy, what's the currency of the experience economy? It's time, and it's respecting that time of the customer. That time is money to the customer, and we're dragging these societal trends into the business marketplace, into the commerce zone, and we're not really treating people, in deserved ways. We're not treating the customers in ways that they really, really deserve. So we've just got some ideas today that we want to throw out there. And, honestly, when you really just think about a customer face-to-face situation, especially, or you're on the phone with them, they really just want us to show respect for time. And what's the easiest way to do that is just give them our undivided attention. So, don't be answering other phone calls, answering emails, don't be fielding questions from other employees or associates, 2, 3, 4, 5 times during this face-to-face visit. Oh, excuse me, I got to get up. This person needs me. They're flagging me at the door. All that kind of stuff. It just shows a level of disrespect to the customer. So, we really just, think of it, predicate your interaction with the fact that, these customers really want our undivided attention, right? And let's try to give it to them. So listen, don't just hear, hearing and listening are different things. We can hear somebody, saying something to us, but are we listening to what they're saying? Are we listening to how they're saying it? So, we just say, listen, and affirm a customer. As a customer goes along, one of the easiest ways to let them know that you're really listening is to, affirm what they're saying. Yep, I get it. I absolutely, totally agree. Okay, sure. Another way to affirm and show them is taking notes. It's again, your head's down. Sometimes in a notepad, you're being, you're not now in eye-to-eye contact situation with them, but you want to get down critical things, wants, needs. You've got some ideas what they deserve. Maybe, okay, you want to put that down in a notebook and again, show them that you're taking care of their business. Ask them checking questions. They give you some information, they say some things and say, okay, let me just make sure I understand that correctly. So you're saying that you would like to see this and you would like to see that. Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. Okay, great. I just want to make sure I got that down. Take your notes. So, in this process, that person on the other side of the transaction fence is feeling warmer and better about, how you're dealing with them. And in the process, these societal trends, you're not dragging these societal trends into this situation, right? So, again, make those notes are vital and really that eye-to-eye contact when you're there, that undivided attention. All those are just some simple ways to be in the present. And what's funny? I thought about, what do I call this episode? But it's kind of a play on words, but it's, are we experiencing the experience? If we're in the experience economy, are we experiencing the experience? And, it's really what it comes down to. So, now think about life. It's even more applicable to life. Why do I say that? I can't tell you how many times on business trips or times that my wife will go into a restaurant and, two parents and two kids will sit down. Nobody says a word the whole time they're in the restaurant. They're all looking at their phones. They're all in separate little worlds, not connecting with each other. I mean, honestly, what is that saying about us? And, I've got friends and relatives who at gatherings, the football fantasy league can't wait. It's got to be a baseball fantasy league. I mean, the things have to be on in front of them, and it's limiting our level of conversation as relatives, as friends. We're not engaging in as much conversation. We're not exploring each other's worlds. We're not learning about each other. We're not learning the history of the person. We're not learning who the person is because everybody's glued to these phones. So again, it's so vital to disconnect and experience the experience with family and friends and loved ones when you're at these gatherings. Kids want this. They're not going to articulate it to you, but they want it for sure. They want to be able to know that you're, with them, you're paying attention to them. Parents want it from kids. Grandparents want it from their kids and grandkids. Just put your cell phones away. Really, soak up that moment. Be in the present. Experience that, day, that hour, those minutes, that time together when you're in the family room talking, when you're outside on the deck. Listen. Life goes by way too fast. I can tell you, I can't believe I dreamed of writing a book in 1988, and here I am in 2024 going, where did all those years go? I don't even know. I can't believe we're almost at 5 years of this podcast. It just goes so fast, guys. And, the bottom line is, in life, if we miss grabbing on, putting those mental images in our head, having that imagery that can't be taken from us. If we can't embrace that, and if we can't live through that, and we can't put those images in our head forever, we're losing the essence of life. We're losing the gift that our Creator gave us, and being able to enjoy each other's company and learn from each other and have a good time just being with each other. And customers, it's a money proposition there. They're the same way. They just want to know, are you really fully engaged in respecting my time, respecting my money? Show me, Mr. Vendor. Show me that engagement. So hopefully the 4 easy things we discussed today can help you along that path. And, it's a great, I picked a tune that really fits this, and it's Van Morrison, 1970, from the Moondance album, and it stoned me. And it's not about getting high or wasted or anything like that. It's about, it really is a funny story. I got to read you what Van says. So I suppose I was about 12 years old. We used to go to a place called Ballystockert to fish. We stopped in the village on the way to this place, and I went to this little stone house, and there was an old man there with a dark, weather-beaten skin, and we asked him if he had any water. They were thirsty. He gave us some water, which he said he'd gotten from the stream. We drank some, and everything seemed to stop for me. This is what Van said. Time stood still. For 5 minutes, everything was really quiet, and I was in this other dimension. That's what this song's about. So he was present in that moment. He captured it. He put that mental imagery into his brain, into his head, and he was able to write a song about it. Great song, by the way. I hope you enjoy it. But it is just, I almost get, I kind of get the shivers sometimes when I hear this song. I don't know why, but, in another way, another person has explained this song also, that it's really, it's about almost kind of like getting high on life. Just not drugs, not alcohol, nothing, just experiencing life. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you can learn and find ways to be in the present with your customers, with your families, because I'm convinced if you do it with your customers, it's going to lead to more repeat and referral business. I know it. And if you do it with your family, I think it's a healthier situation. So I hope you enjoy the song. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and we will see you in 168 hours.